Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'll ask for a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda as presented.
I will second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Utility permits and secondary roads.
No utility permits. We opened the bridge on the north side of town now, so both of those are done. Rock hauling, they're currently east of Eldora. So it's slow when they're going all the way from Alden. They only get like 3 miles done a day, but stuff's happening. And then Mike crew's out doing stuff too.
Okay.
And then
good.
more FEMA stuff today. I left Bruce with them, so he's entertaining them till I get back.
All right.
On that north bridge, are they going to put any guardrail up or anything?
No,
Okay.
it's wide enough that you don't legally need it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, thank you. Approval of the minutes from July 17th.
Yeah, we skipped.
Oh, I did. Resolution for road vacation, public hearing.
I will make a motion to set August 7th, 2019 at 10:05 in the large conference room for the road vacation hearing for a portion of G Avenue originally established on the 2nd of July, 1906 as Gilbert Consent Highway lying in section 12 T-886N R22W Buckeye Township of Hardin County, Iowa. The extent of this road reclassification is the portion of the roadway commencing at the north right-of-way line of 180th Street, thence running in a northerly direction approximately 1/2 mile to the terminus.
Do you want that to be the whole motion?
You're adopting the resolution.
So, yes.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion?
Can we take out the word vacation and just make it say reclassification? We're not vacating the road, we're just changing it to level C.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
What does that mean, changing it to level C?
Well, it's a level B now, which is minimum maintenance, and level C is almost zero maintenance.
Oh, okay.
So we still have the easement to the road, but the landowners and us and the emergency responders about the lands that have access.
It can be gated
Yes.
for farmer use.
Okay.
When it's gated, is the gate locked or just a latch?
Locked.
So all those people have keys?
That's, yes.
Oh, okay.
All the landowners on that road. If they choose to gate it.
Nancy, roll call, please.
CJ?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. 2018 property tax levies.
We're back to the minutes.
Oh, good grief. Okay, approval of the minutes from July 17th.
I'll move to approve minutes of July 17, 2019.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, approval of claims for payment.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims for payment dated July 24th, 2019.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approve funding for economic development.
I'll make a motion to approve the funding for the Iowa Falls Economic Development Corporation in the amount of $35,239.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Change of status for the sheriff's office.
I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of Caden Hobson, communications dispatcher, at the rate of $15 an hour, effective July 19th, 2019.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Change of status in the auditor's office.
I'll make a motion to approve the change of status for Angela Sylvie into the auditor's office. She will be the elections deputy, effective 7/29 of 2019. This is an exempt position. She is coming from Taylor's office, Ross Taylor.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution authorizing the chair to sign the 2080 agreement for the Iowa Precinct Atlas Consortium.
Renee, I'd make a motion authorizing the chair to sign the 28E agreement for the Iowa Precinct Atlas Consortium.
I'll second.
Okay. Jessica, do you want to just say a few words as far as what that is?
The e-poll book that we used originally was Precinct Atlas, and then when I became auditor, I switched over to Express Voter, which was done by the Secretary of State's office, and it was given to auditors to use free of charge. So I thought, why pay dues when there's something out there that's free? So we switched over. I was notified this month that the Secretary of State's office was no longer going to support the free version, and they're exiting the e-poll book venue. So we needed to find another venue because we'd already been with Precinct Atlas. It's obvious choice to go back to them, and our equipment is already compatible. There's other companies out there, but they have different equipment needs. So this is the smoothest transition, and people probably won't even notice the difference, including the poll workers. But we will be responsible now for paying dues.
Thank you.
Okay. Roll call, Nancy.
BJ?
Aye.
Lance?
Aye.
Renee?
Aye. Okay, approval of the 2018 tax levies.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2018 tax levies as submitted.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. And abatement of 2018 taxes payable 2019-2020. Don?
Since the consensus more or less is I'm going to cancel out the abatements, I'll give Jessica something on file so she has it. And we'll just go with the original values that were established on the Eldora neighborhood condos.
So even though they're not finished, they're going to be paying on a finished value,
Well,
is that correct?
They didn't protest them really like they should have, so
Okay.
we'll go ahead with it. And
Okay.
then if they have questions, they'll have to come to me and we'll have to figure out something.
Okay. All right. So
We really don't have to.
So we really don't need to even act on this then?
Nope. I'll
Because
just
we never
cancel them
did
out.
anything last time. Okay. Okay, application for fireworks permit.
I'll make a motion to approve the fireworks application of Vern Schwartz at 15342 220th Street in Alden, Iowa. Fireworks permit dated August 3rd with a rain date of August 4th. They've been doing this for 9 years without any incident or issue.
I will second.
Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, public comments. Do you have any updates for us?
We do. So when I was here in June, we talked about some of the initiatives that we've been working on in business health. Business health was one of them. So today I have Jess and Angela from our business health team here, and I'm just going to let Jess speak for a couple of minutes on kind of what they've been focused on
Okay.
with our companies.
Hello, I'm Jessie Harkin. I am the business health supervisor at Hanson Family Hospital. I brought Angela Raymond with me. She's my administrative assistant as well. What we've been doing is we've been going around to current companies that use our services in Hardin County and introducing ourselves. We've also been contacting other companies throughout the county that don't currently use our services and introducing ourselves and letting them know what services we provide and discussing that with them and what we can do to fulfill their needs if they would choose to use our facility. We greatly appreciate all the time the companies have given us. We've had great feedback and we look forward to continuing those partnerships and growing those partnerships with the new and current companies as well.
Okay.
What services do you offer for the business community? I mean, what kind of menu of services do you offer?
We do drug testing like DOT and non-DOT
Okay.
drug testing and breath alcohols. We also do physicals for DOT, non-DOT physicals, workman's comp physicals.
Okay.
We can also go to companies and give flu shots. With the flu season coming, we'll bring nurses on site and give everyone their flu shots. We also offer like company wellnesses. So if your company does lab work, we can bring lab there to draw the wellnesses for the company
Okay.
as well. CPR classes, we offer those as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good. Good to know. Thank you.
All right,
You're very
good.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Any other public comments? Okay, any other business?
I was just going to bring up, I was contacted by EMS directors from Iowa Falls and Eldora about the progress or lack thereof that the EMS is essential services resolution is made, and I promised that I would address it today, and Mayor Dunn and I have also talked about getting that down the road, and after talking to EMS Chief Sutcliffe and Larson, I think we're going to look at determining how to facilitate the conversations to best get a dollar amount behind any proposed levy change that would be associated with EMS as an essential service. I know right now that the resolution calls for the emergency management coordinator to facilitate that. And part of the reason, I think the public, I want to reaffirm, the reason that it was written like that and the EMS council looked at it is because then it couldn't be politicized. It couldn't be BJ's running for office next year and he definitely wouldn't support this because raising taxes is unfavorable. Or a mayor in Hubbard might not support this because they'd like to be reelected or whatever. So the rationale was to keep it, from being a partisan politic item. So after talking to Corey, and I'll talk to Ryan again, I'm going to suggest that we convene and really have like a sounding post, figure out where we want to go, what it's going to take, and then I believe Thomas is very capable. I mean, if I recall, he's been a paramedic and respiratory therapist going on 30 years. So his experience and knowledge and education really lends him to this, but it's really not the place of the Board of Supervisors to delegate that. That has to go through the Emergency Management Commission. If that 13 members decide that that's what they feel is a priority to be done, then they need to delegate that. So that's something that, as our chair is Sheriff McDaniel and Mayor Dunn and I both sit on that. So it's not something that one of us can say, you are going to do that. This is something that needs to be a collaborative effort, and everybody needs to be on the same page of knowing what work is being tasked and the priorities. So I just wanted to give an update that after talking to Mayor Dunn and Chief Sutcliffe and Chief Larson, that EMS reimbursement isn't getting any better, and as of late, I mean, I know Eldora is they're pounding the pavement to take trips to make ends meet, and I think Iowa Falls is doing their best, working in collaboration with Hanson Family Hospital and our other facilities to take the trips that they can and diligently look at the logistics and how that's going to impact the bottom line. So, and I think Iowa Falls is in its infancy to know what dollar amount may need to be brought to the taxpayers of Hardin County to sustain the services there. While Eldora, I think, has a pretty good idea, and as Chief Larson told me yesterday, somebody like Alden that's just wants a little bit of money to buy Band-Aids and splints and stuff like that when they are run out, they're not asking for a whole lot. But everybody's needs need to be identified and recognized and taken for what they are, so.
Well, and that was kind of my question, is has there been an assessment of what everyone's equipment, or what everyone has for equipment, what they believe they're going to need, what needs to be updated? Is there a record of all that? Has all that been done already?
The inventories are relatively limited, even though mandated. Sheriff McDaniel and I would agree that, you know, we're almost a decade behind in some of our planning for some of these things. So that's what I think, that getting everybody together and having that discussion of, you know, I know Radcliffe just bought an ambulance, Ackley's in the process of buying an ambulance, Eldora just bought an ambulance, so some of those big capital expenses don't exist for those communities, but other communities where an ambulance is $280,000, $300,000, that's a big expense. But in New Providence, a $600 backboard is a big expense. So what is paramount in Iowa Falls may be, you know, really small in Buckeye.
Well, and doesn't it depend on what level of service you're able to provide?
Right. And so along with, that's a great point, Renee, the level of service, that's part of this discussion as well. Talking to Corey and Ryan, do people understand that to continue the paramedic level of service, there's a cost to that, because it's different than running a basic level service ambulance such as Union or Radcliffe or Hubbard. So the cost is exponentially different.
Well, and you don't have the same level of training in each of those towns, and they probably don't have the resources to
Right.
even provide that. So has the committee already decided, like, who covers what areas? I mean, I would almost imagine they have for dispatch, but
Yeah, dispatch, it was established, what, 6 months ago, Dave? That north and south advanced life support areas. So yeah, Dave and his communication center has established those boundaries, and I think that's working well, the tiered response. And so those things are in place. It's just how long can some of our smaller ambulance services with 5 or 6 volunteers
Right.
continue to be financially solvent, and human resource wise, how far can we push the handful of volunteers?
well, wouldn't some of that need to be determined before they ask for funding?
Yeah, that is all part of the big discussion.
And as far as the committee goes, would there be somebody, you know, that can just send out the letter to, I mean, it'd be simple to get the addresses and contact information from the auditor's office as far as to townships, to cities, whatever.
Right.
Send us the name of your person. I mean, some of that underlying work can be done before.
Yeah, and Corey had the
wouldn't it?
idea of, instead of trying to have another meeting night, our big players are already coming to our county EMS council meeting, so why not meet an hour earlier, meet for an hour, and then stay an hour later, and so you make one trip to wherever and do that planning session. That was just one of the ideas, and I like that idea, because your people that are your regular attendees, your vested parties, are at the EMS council meetings. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up today and know that it's been a concern, and you know we're going to move that down the road.
Okay.
Dave, you sent an email off yesterday doing a kickoff, or not yesterday, but the day before, I believe. Didn't you send us an email?
I sent you an email, but not regarding, we're gonna try to get something going.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that would make the most sense, but I would say that maybe before the next EMS council meeting, we need to try to have some type of a kickoff. So
Yeah.
we try to, you got so many players in this, to find a night that works is gonna be virtually impossible.
Right.
Yeah. And talking to Corey and Ryan, the month of August is probably the worst month around, between vacations, back to school, state fair, you know, work, all the family things. It's going to be tough.
Okay.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Any other business? Okay. We have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we want to adjourn or recess?
I don't have anything.
I don't have any boards or commissions reports.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.